All right, Halo fans, I've got something to admit. I was wrong. For all you Halo honks out there, it's time to shut the hell up. We've had enough of the endless positivity. Let's face it, the season ended back in April. So if you're looking for a real post-game show hosted by a real fan, don't waste your time on AM 830. Tune in to the Todd Fox post-game show on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network. It's the only place to get the real honest truth about our team.
Hey, you are now listening or watching the Halos in the Infield podcast, sponsored in part by Noble L Works over on 1621 South St. Clair, where you can get discounts by just mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield. Drink discounts on us, baby. And also by 714 Tickets. The price you see is the price you get, and you also get 10% additionally off in the Apply Now code once you order your tickets just by mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield. Now enjoy the show.
Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Welcome to the Halos in the Infield postgame podcast with Todd Fox, sponsored by Noble Ale Works Brewery, as well as 714 Tickets. This is your nightly destination for all things Los Angeles Angels. Come join Todd as he recaps every thrilling and disappointing moment from tonight's game, win or lose. Get ready for insightful analysis, fan reactions, and Todd's engaging commentary. Plus, fans can call in live to the Halo Hotline to have their voices and opinions heard as well.
It's the Halo Hotline.
Stay tuned in for your chance to win free Halos merchandise with our weekly trivia.
It's all about the game.
It's time to dive into the heart of Angels baseball with Todd Fox on the Halos in the Infield postgame podcast.
There's a drive from Mike Trout. See you later. That is long gone.
It's the Todd Fox postgame podcast with your host, Todd Fox.
Oh, yeah. What is up, everybody, on the Halos in the Infield post-game podcast? I am your host, Todd Fox, as we get it started on a Friday evening. Yes! Yes, the Angels have won 5 in a row. They've done something they haven't done all season, and maybe since last season they weren't that spectacular either, but 5 games in a row, people. 5 games in a row. Are you honking your honk? Is it too early to honk your honk? Should we honk our honks? Should we just revel in the victory tonight? And I think that's what I'm going to do. A nice victory. This is the home of your Angels baseball, the only post-game podcast or even post-game show that AM 830, Bally's, or any other, weak-ass network is trying to cover your Angels. We give you the facts. We give you the real play-by-play of what happened. We give you the positives and the negatives. And from a former baseball player's perspective in mind, I had a cup of tea and played a bit in the minors. So there you go. So let's get it started as the Angels win their 5th game in a row. Can you believe it? And tonight, another pitching performance that was very good. And again, the bullpen comes through. Again, you'll still have some honks on that rat network, AM 830, that will say, the pitching's the problem. We don't have no pitchers. Yes, we need an ace. Absolutely. But you've got a promising starting rotation that has done just as good as it possibly can. And again, the Tigers aren't world beaters right now, but they are a team that has put up numbers. They have a few more wins than we do. But I'll tell you one thing. We are sure as hell catching up somehow, some way. Ron Washington has these guys playing pretty good. And how about that guy Hooooopeeeee, huh? How about that home run? Yeah, boy, I tell you, that home run. I mean, dude, knew it was gone. I love the fact he's going like this to the freaking bullpen. You had the Dukin master getting that save in the 9th inning. I think he's like 8 for his last 8. He looks unhittable right now. He's in a freaking really good groove. So, again, right now it's all sunshines and lollipops right now. It's really nice. It's a change. I mean, look, most teams, again, your winning teams will be like, 5-game win streak. Who cares? All arrogant as funk, right? But we're the Angels. We haven't had too much to celebrate the last few years. And something like this, I don't care who they're playing. It's nice, okay? It's nice to have good things every now and then. It's nice to feel like, hey, we're a major league ball club this time. We're not pretending to be one. That's the good thing about everything that's going on right now with his baseball team, because it's nice to know that the Angels are trying to get something together. They're building something. And again, we're not thinking World Series, but this is nice. So on a Friday night, as we start our weekend, you've won 2 against Oakland, or you won the 3 against Oakland. I'm sorry. You've won 2 against Detroit, a chance to win the series already tomorrow. And then we see what happens on Sunday. You could parlay a few more wins after this. I'm not saying the season is turning around, but it may have started a couple weeks ago or a couple games ago, instead of tonight.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
And he's always preaching that. He's preaching that all the time as a broadcaster for the propaganda prime minister that he is over there, Mr. AKA PP Roger Lodge. Besides telling you what night the season starts.
I want balls and oh, have mercy. John Stamos choked on me.
Besides that as well, he's pumping the Angels up, and why not? At this moment, you got to believe him right now. But the Angels win 5-2, 5 runs, 10 hits. Detroit only gets 2 runs on 2 hits. So again, another great pitching performance tonight. You look at what they did, and it was a combination of guys. Zach Plesac, he threw a few good, he threw about 60 pitches in 2 2/3, 1 run or 2 runs on 1 hit, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. So he was farting around in the strike zone a little bit. But when you give it over to that bullpen, Marte, Moore, Strickland, Garcia, Estevez, only 1 hit in the final 7 innings, just about 6 2/3 or whatever. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. And I like that for the Angels here tonight. But Hooooopeeeee with that moonshot 3-run homer, was that great or what? Is that the future for the Angels? These young kids coming through, is it going to be Hooooopeeeee some nights, Neto the next, Shonawell with a big Darren Erstad bases clearing double in the 8th inning to set up the closer? This is how the Angels used to win a few years ago. For all you newbies out there, for all you big 20s who have just become to learn what Angels baseball is or follow it on a routine basis, the Angels used to get wins like this. Gritty, tie ball game, kind of back and forth, missed opportunities early, but someone would come through clutch late in the ball game. And it was fun to watch. It was really fun to watch. And this kind of threw me back to plenty of Angel games in the past. And maybe some of the games, maybe this game in the past was like a 4-2 lead for Detroit. But the rally monkey was working. The crowd was feeling it. They're waving their monkeys around, not the ones in their pants like the dong, but the actual rally monkeys. And the kids believed. The scoreboard actually played the Rally Monkey commercial or fill-in little movie there for more than 30 seconds. They actually played most of the song. And it was cool. It was a good vibe. It was fun. You believed. I still think the Rally Monkey's dead, and we're just beating a dead horse or a dead monkey at this point. But it's still fun to watch this team come back. That's a story for another day. Maybe we can come up with a new gimmick. I'm kind of over the monkey at this point. I want to see new generation Angels, as we're starting to see now with this team. So I want a new generation or a new generational rally something or other. I don't care what you come up with. Just do something different. But in a game where it was tied at 2, and earlier in the season, we had 0 clutch hits. And I mean 0. And it just started off with 2 hits. Renifo, soft line drive to left field, falls about a couple feet in front of the left fielder. And then for some reason, Detroit, the next batter against Taylor Ward, is playing, precaution against the doubles, like no doubles. They're playing very deep, almost right on top of the warning track. And Ward's able to, if the outfielder's playing where he should be, that's a fly ball out. But since they're playing so deep, no doubles defense, Ward drops one right in front of the left fielder again. Very next pitch, Hooooopeeeee goes Oppo, or not Oppo, he goes Gonzo. 3-run homer. 5-2, good night. Estevez, 1, 2, 3. It's a nice victory. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Renifo's 2-run homer earlier in the game, great. You got Shauna Will with a hit, Ward with 2 hits, great. You need that. Pilar finally played. Didn't like the 2 strikeouts, but I'm not blaming him because he doesn't play enough. But he had 1 hit tonight at least. Hooooopeeeee with a big 3-run homer, obviously. Neto, you'd like to see him contribute more, and his batting average is still plateauing at 253, or plateauing. And then you had good old Moniak. 3 at-bats, 3 strikeouts. Can we stop with him already? Can we bench him for Pilar a little bit, please? Joe Adele, 1 for 3, and then Guillerme had 2 for 3 tonight and got squeezed on a strikeout. You could tell he was pissed. He made a fantastic play at second base, throwing out a base runner from his knee, 1 knee. I mean, all around, you look at this game, and it's a complete win. And I won't tell you, but I will tell you, I kind of like Maheda getting hit. Now, I don't like players getting hurt, but since he's a former Dodger and he got hurt, I'm all for that. I'm say what it is. It may be bad juju, but he wasn't hurt too bad. But haha, it was like one of those haha moments. He didn't tear a rotator cuff, didn't break a rib, nothing like that. He probably just has a cocoa and a bruise, and the good old manager will give him a kiss, and it'll be all good, right? He'll kiss his boo-boo, and it'll be all over. But former Dodger, haha, I can't stand the Dodgers, any of their players. And Maheda, for whatever reason, was not the greatest Dodger, but when he pitched against us, he shut us down. And so I can't stand the guy. And he even turned us down in free agency. I heard about that. That was the actual offer we made to Maheda, I think, before he went to the Twins. And we could have used him, but he turned us down. So F you in so many ways. Real quick, though, before I get into the awards, check this out. Now, you guys have been asking for some trucker hat trivia, right? And for all those that are new, too, we give away hats for doing trivia. There's the newest one right there. Get a load of her. That's a nice hat right there. That is a very nice trucker hat right there. And then we also have that one. So if you like the new Heedy logo with the yellow, and then we also have this guy right here, Sell the Goddamn Team. We deserve better. So you got those trucker hats. We're going to start that off next week and some more giveaways. So stay tuned for trucker hat trivia. And then also Best Comments might get one of those too. So we're going to get back into that. We've just been so busy with Mezzo. We're trying to figure out if you guys and gals would like to come out to Mezzo to see us. They want us to do more watch parties there. I'm talking about like at least once a week during the week. And then they want us there on the weekend once a weekend. So we're trying to figure out if we can accommodate that or not. I know we've been kind of like not hanging with Noble either. We got to do that too. So we're getting stretched a little bit, but that's a good thing. I mean, that people want us, so we want to be out there too, covering the team and also being there. But let's get back to it. I mean, the Angels won again, 5 in a row. That's awesome. Let's get into the awards before we get into your comments. The John Stamos Award for Best Player on the Field. I mean, how could you not? This wasn't like Davis Daniel from last night, who just pitched an amazing rookie performance game, 8 strikeouts through 8 innings, got the shutout win. It's not like one of those where it's a hands down, let me give it to the pitcher. But I have to say, wow, was that home run awesome. Wow, was that a game changer? That was a, pump your fists, high five the guy next to you or the gal next to you that you don't even know. Walking out of the stadium must be fun. I've done it a few times when they do those walk-offs or they do, a game-changing home run late where you could just lock in your closer like Frankie Rodriguez, Troy Percival. The list goes on and on. But you have, our boy Estevez this year, and he's been pitching a lot better. We didn't like him much in the first half, but he's gotten it together recently, and he's been pitching his ass off. but you felt good once you got that home run. So Logan Hooooopeeeee gets your golden Stamos. Now, who gets the golden, not the golden dong, the nacho night first?
I love the nachos, gas station nachos. I love those nachos, yeah. Gas station nachos, ow.
You know, these nachos aren't that good. They're not the ones from the stadium that Artie has for the most part. These are the rip-off ones. These are the cardboard chips. I'm going to give it to my boy Moniak. I'm really, really not feeling it. I know some people are like, well, he's got his average up to 193 in the exit velocity on that ground ball. I don't care. He's still batting under 200. He's still a waste of an out in a lineup that needs to utilize all of its outs. You know, at least Adele's coming through with a hit here, a hit there. His average still sucks too. But damn, if I see more potential right now in Adele than I do Moniak. I'm sorry. I mean, some people really like him. I just can't see it anymore. I don't see him changing until he gets a mentor, or until it kicks back in that you have to be a major league hitter, be accountable and responsible, and find your goddamn swing again. I am not voting for you. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. You cannot. This is a routine for him. If he's not popping out, he's striking out. He's got too much speed to be wasting outs. He has got to find a way to get on base. Got to. Now let's get into the golden dong before we read your comments.
It's a big Calhoun, the golden dong, for the player who stood out all day long. Stiffest competition on the field, halos in the infield, who's finna be revealed?
The golden dong tonight, it goes to the stiffest competition, whether it's a pitcher on the mound that just can't be hit or a hitter that just can't get out because he's too erect in the box. That's what the golden dong is. It's Willie Calhoun's a model of his manhood, because that is the golden dong. And I'd be remiss if I give it to anybody else. I mean, Renifo does deserve a little bit of credit tonight. He was annoying in the box. But how can you take it away from the assistant captain? If this were a hockey team, if I had to give out labels and this team actually acted like it deserves a captain and a leader, I think my El Capitan would go to Neto. And just like a hockey team, the A would go over the heart of one Logan Hooooopeeeee as the assistant captain of this squad. I really like me some Neto and some Hooooopeeeee. And Hooooopeeeee was the hero tonight. He's wearing that red cape as he hit that 3-run home run. Erica Weston's both of them were cockeyed because she was anticipating the nipples being shown, but it's not a walk-off, Erica. You would have to wait till you see him in the locker room, or you got him on the post game. She was like, please take off your jersey. Please. I need to see nips. Please take off your jersey. And he didn't. So she was very, very depressed tonight and very disappointed. But we weren't, because we didn't want to see those nipples again, because they were coming through in 4K. Even though you have a regular standard television, those nipples were 4K on that walk-off, and that was disgusting. So I'm very happy he kept his jersey on. He hit that 3-run homer. Again, this is the future of your club. This is the guy who's going to be catching for the Angels for some time to come, and we are just blessed to have him, and I'm blessed to have Neto. I know Neto's going to be hitting a 290 or close to 300 at some point in his career, which I'm seeing in the not-so-distant future. Shawna should be hitting around 270, 280. 3 nice little cornerstones. It would be nice if Adele would take his head out of his butt and start to hit, because you'd have 4 nice little cornerstones as hitters, and then you could add that to Soriano's and your Canning if you keep him, and Anderson and other pitchers that are coming through this team. So all good news tonight. How much have we said this or that phrase this year? Not too many times, but we will start doing it tonight. I enjoyed myself in this game. Great game all around. Fun game. And a quick game, by the way. So leading off tonight is Dan Rios. He says, oh, happy. Sebastian says 5 in a row. And oh, yeah. Ray Ochoa says, when Hooooopeeeee was coming up, we all had to have left or felt like he was going to hit a home run. Yep, and also 5 Stukas in a row. Is that a win streak? You know what? I forgot to do it. This is how you do it, because this is how we do. Oh, that's terrible. I shouldn't even did that. Strike one for me. Buttercup is when we have a lead and we blow it. We play that. And then when we lose, obviously first pitch to last pitch, it's a Savage Garden. But when we win, all right, so tonight's guy that you have to blame, it's Sebastian. Why? Because he did this to all of us. It is that time. It is somewhere in this world. It is Spritz o'clock, and he's letting you know.
Spritz o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter the score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
Everyone blame Sebastian for that one. Tyler says, my 8-year-old daughter said, Angels are back, baby. She's so hunk, it's disgusting. Is she related to Trent Rush at all? Because Trent Rush is like, we're so back right now. Also, let's see, comments right here. Dan Rio says, kinda did, Ray. Rally Chris says, it's effing time for some Spritz o'clock. We're so back. RT says, Louis G is underrated. He is. RT, again, he's making it hard for us to consider him being traded, and that's a tough part. Are we sellers asking for a friend? You still got to put us in the seller spot, because if you look at it right now, the Angels are 10 games out. Their 5-game win streak is right there. They're sitting now currently a game and a half back at Texas. So this team is creeping closer to third place, which is amazing. And if they win one more, and let's just say Houston loses, I'm always under the impression if your 5 games are under the next goal, you're within reach. And right now they're in reach of second place. They're only 5 games in the loss column behind the freaking Houston Astros. So if you were to somehow do that in 2 weeks or so and make up those games, and you're somehow in second place, and you're looking back at Seattle, because I would assume by then, if the other teams are losing, Seattle's won a couple games, you're about 7 games out of first place. Any other team that's 7 games ahead of us, I'm like, okay, division over. Seattle, though, they can collapse at any time. They've shown that many a times. You get into a 3-game series with them, things change really quick. And I'm not looking ahead or nothing. I'm just saying stranger things have happened. And as much as bad crap and juju we've had on this team for the longest time, it would be nice to get back into it, wouldn't it? The Angels' grandma says Louis Renifo and Logan Hoppe should be on the all-star team this year. The thing that hurts Louis is that there are he had too many injuries and not enough at-bats, Angels' grandma. And then Logan O'Hoppe is overlooked because he's on the Angels. And you got other catchers like Rauschman and a few others that are good in the American League that'll take his spot because of national attention and the fact that they're winning. Let's see. Mateo says, James! Andrew checks in with, the season starts tonight. It doesn't start tomorrow. It starts.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
5 in a row, Q Lombardi. And again, the Lombardi is like, usually he's mad when we cue Lombardi, but Lombardi's like optimistic or pleasantly surprised asking this question.
What the hell's going on out here?
Good things, Lombardi. Let's see. So excited for next year. Oh, happy Neto and Shanoel. Also, Mateo says, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody. I'm telling you right now, I mean, how many of you right now, if we continue to win, let's just say we win the rest of this series, are you gonna on Sunday take off all your clothes and
Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
I mean, we could find that gymnasium, but what we do when we get there, I don't know. I've never found out what happens when we actually get to the gymnasium. Balls, and winning.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
John Stamos.
No, he wants winning. Also, let's see. Grillmaster says Shelby had one too many Millers before the game. Jeez. Rally Chris says 14-10 in June. With this win, we got the winning record no matter what. If we lose 2 games in a row, I called it, Todd. This month started bad, but we're sweeping the Tigers. We've been averaging 5 runs all week. Frederick says just the facts, ma'am. Joe Friday. Oh, I love me some Dragnet. I'm old school when it comes to that. I loved Joe Friday. Tyler says also, I guess that bitch asked Christmas in June thing is onto something. Please, no. Please, it is the dumbest thing out there. I think if any other fans paid attention to how stupid it is, I think we'd be getting slammed more. And I'm actually open for that, just to slam Artie and how stupid it is. But, God, if the fans don't like it, right? If the Angels can get to or within 10 games of 500, I'd feel a little bit better. One game at a time, homie. Hooooopeeeee knew it was gone as soon as the ball or bat hit the ball. Or, yeah, exactly. When we get back to 500, Jim says, then we can start to get excited. Still holding shovels, digging out of a hole. It's exactly. I mean, we're one game away from being 10 under, which is, for most teams, that's pathetic. But considering where we were at and the fact that we were creeping more towards 20 games out, and now the fact that we're right where, another win streak would get us right back in this damn thing. It's crazy. Oh, Poppy Dinger Wayne, here's a word from Jack in the Box. Cue commercials. Yeah. He's like, Hooooopeeeee with a deep one to left field. This one is almost over the wall. And hold on, word from...
One bite of my new Smash Jack is turning Jack in the Box haters into believers. Don't be a hater. Try my new Smash Jack. Man, I'm good.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Boy, if they did that, forget it. Arturo says, the new kid, Davis Daniel. He's awesome. He sure is. Andrew Rivas says, light that baby up. Nice to see good baseball. Absolutely. Wow, winning. Thank you, Roger Lodge, Frederick says. Also, winning feels good. It sure does. Jim also says, this is what should have been done in April. Thanks, Perry, for all your plans in March. Also, Roger Rios checking in with, this is June 2002. Oh, Roger is pulling out his freaking honk right now. He's like, you know what? You need to check out my honk right now because it is blazing. Also, we got Ray Ochoa checking in with, all these young guys have been coming up clutch lately with bigger hits and been coming through from Neto and Hooooopeeeee and have been learning. And the thing is, too, here, Ray, is the fact that if we could just start getting hits like they did in that 8th inning to spark the rally, you put guys on, good things happen. And again, I know we've struggled with runners in scoring position, but if you keep poking the bear, something eventually will happen. And sometimes with those runners in scoring position that weren't coming through in April and early May was the fact that we only did it at 1 inning here, 1 inning there. We weren't maintaining that pressure all game. It seems like lately we've been maintaining a constant pressure, not putting our heads in the sand and disappearing for inning after inning. If you keep pressuring, like I said, good things will happen. Let Perry accompany Joe Biden out. Demetro says Angels red hot. Somewhere Big 20 is paying for 3 girls' dinners and getting no action. Let's go. Also, David Rosca says Angels will win again Game 3 tomorrow night. Jay says Marsh for Hooooopeeeee trade will forever be one of the best trades ever. Well, it's definitely established our future and helped out Philly. So it is going to be one of those win-win situations. Balls in the bullpen carried us tonight. And they did. I mean, look, one bad inning by the bullpen, them coming out, and it's a whole different game. So you have to give praise where praise is due. And
Wow, winning.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and
John Stamos.
bullpen, baby. Frederick says 2002 featured a new hero every night. They sure did. It was one of the funnest teams of all time. Let Perry accompany Artie out. Light that baby up. Thunder sticks. Also, Halo Scoop says used to call them the comeback kids, and they were fun. Tyler says, ever since we got Suarez back. Oh, that is not the catalyst for this. Stop it, Tyler. I was 11 years old in 2002, in the year that we won, when the Angels were to starting win. That's what happens when you try to read the next one first before the one you're actually reading. I was 11 years old in 2002, in that year when the Angels started winning a lot of games. I was 21. Also, 5 in a row. Honk your dongs, because we're so back, baby. You got to honk them. I hope you're all honking your honks. Perry can spritz Artie in right now. I'm hoping Artie spritz Perry in Octi. Q spritz or Swartz. Squirts. Squirts. Can't read tonight. Must be Friday, and I haven't even had much to drink, but someone wants to tell you this first.
I want balls and oh, have mercy. John Stamos choked on me.
It's o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast the day. Sip and cheer, no matter the score. Splits o'clock, let's pour some more.
I just got to play it. I had to play an abbreviated spot since we already played it. But yes, Spritz o'clock is back. Artie has to go. Frederick says, hell yeah. Artie voice, break out the thunder sticks. Also, One Jets Pod says, as an irritated fan that just wanted to be pissed off this season, knowing they wouldn't go anywhere, all this winning is pissing me off. One Jets Pod is, you can't make me happy, damn it. With Numbnuts Nevin, this game would have been lost. Absolutely. Demetrio says, laugh my ass off. I know what you mean, One Jets Pod. Holy cow, 5 straight wins. With that, Vince, take it away. Exactly, because even Vince, like I said earlier, he doesn't know what to think about it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Let's see. Also, did we buttercup the Tigers? I would think so. Yeah, that if they played by our rules, that is definitely a buttercup. Hooooopeeeee spritzed all over the Tigers. Frederick says, as long as Artie gets 0 credit for this team, let them keep winning. Absolutely. What's up, Big 20? Renifo ought to be our all-star selection, but it'll be Trout. First pitch to Hooooopeeeee is hit high and deep to left field, and it is a 3-run blast and gone for Hooooopeeeee. Breaks the tie in the 8th. Angels 5-2. I would like to hear that. Hey, look at that excellent velocity. Hey. Frederick says Todd is hating on the Dodgers. Well done, Todd. Thank you, sir. Also, One Jet Spot says, well, Todd just set up a 15-game losing streak. I was 10 in 2002, Roger says. Oh, man, those were good days, I'm telling you. Big 20 was -4 in 2002. Anna says, yay, 5th in a row. Here comes the pitch. Before I figure out what the count is, let's take a drive with Honda. Dude, they are terrible. I was watching the other stream tonight. I was doing homework during the clinching game, Eric Wallace said. Oh, man. Good times. Playoffs, here we come, IE Native says. Hooooopeeeee did it again. Scott Spezio, Frederick, greatest home run in Angels history. Absolutely. Saucy says, just left the game here at Mezzo's. The atmosphere was fire tonight. I hope there's a lot of people over there, Saucy, but the game was absolutely awesome. Way to overcome a terrible start by Plesac. It's almost like they are becoming a team. That's what you need to do. Again, like, that's a good point, Saucy, is every team that I was on that was pretty damn good, or every team that I've ever watched, they have that knack for picking each other up. So if the offense wasn't coming through, the pitching, gets it going, and you have a pitcher that comes into the dugout, talks some shit, riles up the dugout, and everyone gets their butts together and they start playing better. And then you'll have a big home run in a game, and all of a sudden the pitchers lock in, dial it in, want to close it out. That's good. Or a guy gets on base, whether he beats out a throw from the infielder, like on a play he should have been thrown out, but his hustle, either he slides into first or he barely beats the throw. Then he's signaling over to the dugout like, let's go. And then you got like a celebration or something, and the guys are like pumped up like, hey, man, I want to top that. I want to get a hit. I want to rip one to the double. And you're seeing the banter between the manager and the players on the bench, or the hitting instructors getting in the face of the manager saying, hey, so-and-so's on the bench. He's ready to go. I think he's dialed in. I got a good feeling about this. All of a sudden, the culture changes, the momentum changes, and then you spark something. And that's something we haven't seen around here in Anaheim for a while. And I get it again. It's Detroit, but it's fun. And this is how you start. This is how you start to turn things around. And all the roster moves can come later, but let's focus on the team we got today. And that team is very likable. We have some holes in this team. We have some bugs that we need to get kinked out of the, take out of the armor. We have to fix things. But it's a learning process. It can take a while or it can come together pretty fast. And do you think the Angels care about that they beat Oakland and Detroit so far? If they're able to sweep out this series, they're able to get back, let's just say, and I'm not going ahead of myself, I'm not calling it, but let's just say they win these next two against Detroit. You're talking about a 7-game winning streak, number one. They're learning how to win. You're getting chemistry, and these guys are playing to keep it going. And your record at home that was so miserable at 7-21 would be up to 19-25. You're still 6 games under, but you've made up a lot of ground. You're playing much better. And then you go back to Oakland and with another chance to beat up on another bad team. You got to take advantage of this schedule to get yourself relevant. Now, there's some out there, and I'm kind of torn. I'll be honest with you. I wanted this team to lose as many games as possible, but learn at the same time so that we can get better draft picks. Worst case scenario would be an 81-81 finish. But if by some miracle of the baseball gods this team can get so good to then flirt with or grab one of those last wild cards, even if they get smashed, thinner than a smashed Jack patty at Jack in the Box. By the way, go pick them up. But if they did do that, you don't think that even if we get one game of a wild card or 2 games or however that stupid format is now where you only play at the road team or at the other team's place, you're a road team, give me that. I want to experience October baseball again. So, I mean, it would be amazing. And I'm not talking this team's going to make the playoffs. I'm just saying if somehow the baseball gods would be like, all right, they've suffered enough. Let's get them back in the playoffs. And that were to work, it would be some Disney Angels in the outfield crap. But if it did work, I'd be all for it. And I'm pretty sure you would be too. But let's just face it. Let's just take it one game at a time. And let's just see if they could better themselves tomorrow and get to within 10 games. And let's see if they can continue to do that as we move forward. I think I'm not going to look at it and say, hey, guys, I'm going to give you a full episode and break down every game in the month of July. I'm going to give you my breakdown. Who's going to win what games? Hey. No, let's be responsible. Let's take it for what it is. Are you going to the game tomorrow? Sure. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how they're going to either win or lose that game. I'm not going to talk about the next series. But yeah, I mean, it's all well and great to say, hey, they have the easiest schedule the rest of the year. Okay, it's a fact, but what are they going to do with it? And again, it could be a good thing and a bad thing. It could be making us feel really good, but what if they still miss the playoffs by 6 or 7 games and we never traded anybody away and we depleted our farm system trying to add some people like last year? That's the hardest part right now. And this is where Artie and Perry put us in this predicament where even when things are good, we're thinking, damn, it could go bad. And when things are bad, it's like, it could go good. And then it would be bad. What are we doing? I don't know. It's tough, man. It is really, really tough. Let's see. Next one, next comment right here. Grillmaster says, home run by Renifo Q Bally's because, yeah. We have to figure out what this team needs and wants for the most part. Yes, sir. And oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah. Saucy says, way to overcome a terrible. Oh, I read that one. My bad. K-Rod, Percy, and Donkey. Donnelly, I think that's what you mean. Grillmasters, I don't remember a donkey. Donkey pitches tonight. Also, Astros and Dodgers lose. It's a trifecta. Good night. That's awesome that the Dodgers lost. One Jets Pod says, those Catella high nachos. Rally Chris says, speaking of 5-game win streak, wait till Texas is on a 5-game losing streak. We are 1 game behind them in the loss column, but 2 games behind in the win column. Oh, thank you right there. That's what I'm talking about. Boo Boo tearing it up right there. Another super sticker. And believe me, I'm gonna send another thing because it actually came back. I don't know if I didn't write down the address right, but resend your address because I don't know if it didn't come out right, but I sent it on the thing. These are the hats. I think I'm going to throw you one for waiting a while, boo-boo, there, because that one came back. So I'm just letting you know right now we're going to resend your package tomorrow and give you some goodies right there for being so awesome with those super stickers. Midapi says, I need help cleaning after the spritzing of the homer. Dude, of the Hooooopeeeee homer. I think everybody was. Right there, Saucy's checking in with, we are by winning. We're not just winning right now. We're by winning.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Now what? Mendoza line Moniac. Also, Spritz o'clock Saucy. Spritzing all over the place. IE says, lately, I haven't even given a shit about these guys making a comeback, but today I actually clapped for a 3-run bomb. Hashtag Moniac blows. Yeah, he's terrible. Moniac is a new squid right now. Frederick says, Todd throwing out the challenge to the Mendoza line Moniac. He's got to get it going. Also, Rally Chris says, not those Catella High Nachos, One Jets pod. That's my high school. Yeah, it's the home of the leprechauns. Let's see. I know y'all hear that Magnum PI in that song. Absolutely. We are so back, Saucy says. Hey, did you know that Renifo leads the AL in batting average? Q Bally's. They're like, hey, did you know that we want to Q Bally's? I swear to God, dude, Bobby V uses a restroom. He flushes a toilet on the urinal. It's all do. Angel's grandma checks in with, I do wish you would stop throwing those hot dogs in the woman's face. It's disgusting. I'm sorry, Angel's grandma. I'm sorry. You're the last person I wanted to offend. I guarantee you that right now. So I'm sorry, but that was just part of the intro. Maybe I could shout out to producer to the stars. We have a recommendation to lose the hot dogs in the woman's face. Put a pin in that one Jets pod. We might have to change the big dong. I mean, the big dong, I can't change the actual statue. That has to stay with Artie's face there, but I think we can consider getting rid of the hot dogs. Maybe we need to try something else right there. Let's see. Also, balls, and 5 in a row. I'm digging that. 5 in a row. Man, that sounds good right now.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
5 in a row. Oh, so she went like dogs. We won patio game. That's weird, obviously. Todd quit throwing hot dogs in a woman's face. Stop it, One Jets pod. Frederick, Todd is disrespecting Angel's grandma with a hot dog girl. I didn't do it on purpose. I'm sorry. We won again at home. Q Lombardi. Yes, Q Lombardi indeed. Where is it? I'm all thrown out. What the hell's going on out here? I don't know. There's hot dogs everywhere. Only Kingfish nips for Erica tonight. Ducks had a great draft, and the Angels 5 in a row. Let's go Orange County. We gotta make sure that idiot in charge knows that we're Orange County, meaning Artie. Everything Todd is doing tonight is just setting up for an upcoming losing streak. Will you stop it? Rally Chris says, I don't know the number 6 guy will be back tomorrow. Artie's favorite entertainment guy. I hope not. Estevez has been cooking right now. I got badly sunburned at work today. Mateo, use some of that aloe vera, please. If only I caught a royalty for every time that fucking thing gets played. Exactly. I wish I got royalties too. I'd split it with you. Definitely sellers. This winning streak is BS to start. They decided to start winning around July. They are still cooked. Well, some people would say they're so back. Y'all can't really believe in this 5-game win streak. Too early for phone calls. Let's see. Also, let me get through some of the more of these right here. Let's see. Who is the gymnasium? Orlando Cepeda just died. Oh, that sucks. RIP indeed. Game and a half behind right now. Salvi Perez, Rushman, Connor Wong, and Bo Naylor or David Fry from Ohio, I think, get it over Hooooopeeeee. Yeah, exactly. All those guys are on winning teams for the most part. David says, Todd, what kind of extension would you give Renifo for how much money? I would say you would have to give him somewhere around the marks of $9 to $12 million. And you can only lowball him that like that because, he's a player that, really hasn't stayed healthy. He's good, solid defensive and everything else like that. But I think he would get an Urshela kind of contract. I don't know how you could get him any more. If he played 162 games or 150 or to 140, you could justify a 3-year deal, 35, something close to what Anderson got. But I wouldn't give him anything higher than that because he's got to prove he can play a full season because we know what he could do when he's in there. Ron Washington probably did have a closed door meeting. Now a word from Kia. Also, that ball is out of here. Rally Chris says Seattle has the Twins right now, then the Orioles, Blue Jays, Padres before they face us in the All-Star break. I'm going to say we're going to win or going to be 6 or 7 games out from Seattle when we play them. Dude, again, one game at a time, my man. Imagine if we sweep the Tigers and the A's next week. It could get kind of interesting around here. Also, 17-25 at home is getting respectable. It's not there yet. Let's see. Also, Salvador says, if any chance, keep this up for a while and we can end with a winning record, it would become harder to get Artie to sell. That's true because that is the thing and the plight of every Angel fan right now because you're torn. You have some that are like One Jets Pod Randy who has every right to be upset because a respectful team or a team with a plan would say, okay, we need to lose to start over, a la Baltimore, Kansas City, Detroit, and a few other teams that have gone through some losing seasons to get back to respectability by building their farm system up and adding free agents. The Angels haven't gotten to that plan yet. And right when you thought that they were in one of the worst seasons they're ever going to have, they're starting to play much better baseball. Now, on one hand, it's fun and it's exciting. But at the other, you're looking big picture and you're like, we're just going to be 500 again. Then what? And then Artie's going to be like, well, Christmas in June. That's what. Christmas in June next season. Then go all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on the one-horse open sleigh in June. Gromas, no, I'm not reading that one. Mateo says, I'm worried because we have an off day before Oakland, and I'm worried because we'll lose the momentum. That's what we always do. Suarez is my bae. No, he's not. Tyler got a point about Suarez. Might be time to call him back up, yo. Though that'll help us lose for sure. Demetrio says, can't believe the level of honk in this chat. Laugh my ass off. I want to be positive, but come on, y'all. We still ask for now. Roger is like, James, can you play the replay of the home run and cue UCLA basketball so we can play it 40 times before a commercial? Exactly. Choked on and spritzed on right there. Are we costing ourselves draft position by winning? Absolutely we are. First, I thought Luis G was going to get tossed tonight. He could have, arguing balls and strikes. And now I'm seeing John Stamos commercials on right now. You mean John Stamos, the guy that this dude likes to talk about once again?
I want balls and oh, have mercy. John Stamos choked on me.
Sure did. He sure did. I was 2 in 2002. Also, One Jets Pod says Big 20's dad was still trying to get laid in 2002. Like father, like son. Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? Seriously? Yeah, I mean, sometimes we get a little honkish and, we get a little excited. And what do you expect? We've had
emotional damage
for so long, but we've had to keep our composure.
Come on, all right, everybody. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We've made a great effort so far. Let's just keep it up.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to keep our composure.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Shout out to my grandpa Joe. Timothy says he's been watching you for a while now. Appreciate you and the 5-game winning streak. Appreciate him and Timothy out there. Love you guys back, man. Love anybody that can support us in any way. You know, Boo Boo's been out there helping us. Al up there in Oregon. Everyone's been like on here. We appreciate Dan Rios, his son, everybody, you know, Big 20s, your grill masters, everyone that's always on here. Dimitro, One Jets Pod, obviously, Mateo. I mean, the list goes on and on. Tyler, everyone's been on here that's always commenting. And the best thing you could do is spread the word, because we don't have a big backing behind us. You know, we've got sponsors of local people here, but we don't have that big backing where, you know, we're just automatically handed you know, an audience that you can't do anything with. Locked On. And it's like in Saucy and a few others. I mean, we get a lot of support from you guys on a nightly basis, and we really appreciate it. Angel's grandma chiming in. Again, I'm sorry if I offended. But yeah, that's what we do on here. I mean, this is your show too, because wherever the comments take it is where we go. Funny Bone says the young players are doing great and the big guns are getting healthy and coming back soon. Well, not number 6. Let's see. What did Papa Fox say tonight? Well, he almost like jumped out of his recliner at 81 years old, by the way. He just turned 81. But he was super happy when Hooooopeeeee hit the home run. He's like, "Whoa! Hooooopeeeee hit that home run. Boy, that ball went into the second dugout." He was so happy. Also, One Jet Spot says, "Hey, Todd, I might be moving next door due to my income situation. Make sure y'all stop by and say hi on your way to the game." Oh, jeez. Also, Big 20 says, no, I was like 16. Nah, checks in with Todd. I fear we might be running down the West. Well, we might be able to take that to the bank, someone told us. Number 6, unfortunately, coming back soon. So who goes down? Dude, it's hard to say who would go down in that spot, man. But knowing the Angels, they'd get rid of Pilar just because we hate him for some reason. I don't understand. But to me, number 6 should not have a roster spot, but he's going to force his. And if you want to blame it on anybody, you want to talk about anybody who could just spritz all over the good times we've been having the last couple of weeks, it's number 6. Halo Joe says, I was 26 and just married in 2002. I was young, beautiful beast, Todd. Now I look like an old transient outside your local McDonald's. One Jet Spot says, baseball gods are definitely not at the point yet, and you can feel it. Come on. Yeah, I know. I'm just being a little too overly honkish. Todd, the baseball gods hate us. Yeah, and the gods reside in New York, by the way. Alfonso says, Todd, 5 in a row. You must really be putting the wood to Marsha or the other way around. No, that's not cool. Maybe Marsha's putting it to Hardy. See, Alfonso, I appreciate you too. And everybody, like I said, One Jet Spot. And also, we won. Cue Angels in the outfield. Yeah, it's mostly this one right here.
We won?
Let me tell you something about my guy, John Stamos. So I was able to go in the back bedroom and unscrew the old balls and running up my butt right now. You get out of it what you put into it. John Stamos choked on me. He was so great.
Didactyl Dad says, dude, that was so much fun tonight. Let's keep it going. Light that baby up. Are we now buyers of the deadline? LOL. We need a lot more wins to do that. Balls, and Marsha's balls on Artie's, Rogers, and Trent Rush's mouth. And now a word from Honda. That's disgusting. Nasty. You guys are nasty. You're making me look bad, but I love it. Also, Donkey was Donnelly's nickname. Oh, okay. Maybe I forgot that one, but you worked that in. Texas lost tonight as well. Got my Magnum PI mustache going. He sure does. Laugh my ass off at Angel's grandma right there. I'm not changing shit. Also, as for now, it's all smiles in Anaheim. Bally's. Catella High School, home of the losers and leprechauns, Dan says. Change the hot dogs to mini grill doughs. Little Wayne says, where's Drury? Not that we want him back, but he's worthless, and Renifo and that fat guy with a beard have been great at second. Well, Little Wayne, appreciate you too. And yes, gimme Guillerme and gimme Renifo all day. I don't need Drury in his Gangster's Paradise or whatever the hell he's playing. I don't understand him. He ain't no gangster or gangster party. I still don't understand that walk-up song. He is like the epitome of like no charisma, no personality whatsoever. He kind of scares you, but he doesn't scare you as a hitter this year. He's definitely not earning any money this year, and he's untradeable at this point. And then you got that guy who's wasting space, Moniak, and number 6. And right now we've gotten lucky because number 6 and Drury have been hurt, so they're not on the field, but they're coming back soon because they're so back. And then, but we've been dealing with Moniak. Now you add those two to a lineup that has to scratch and kick and claw to get runs. That's not a good recipe. I'm not liking those two idiots returning. Nah, says Davis Daniel. Yeah, I was really excited for the start. I felt like Christmas morning. Patrick O'Neill. What a coincidence. Did you know it was Christmas in June? Q Bally's. He's like, no, Dick, I just got here. What the hell is this? I'll be like, man, you don't even know hockey and you're trying to cover baseball, Patrick. I didn't get paid anything to care if anyone is offended. Jeez. Always remember to wear your sunscreen, Mateo. Take advice from a lifeguard over there. Yeah, I guess you were on that show back in the day. The Orange County, Los Angeles County border is the 57, apparently. Also, number 6 is taking live BP this weekend, according to Wash. Oh, I can't wait. Alfonso says, drove by the liquor store in Burbank, and they claim to be the home of Big Willie. Angel Stadium is the home of the Big Willie. Jeez. Also, it's nice to see Renifo taking the ball to the opposite field, even though it was caught. Well, he did get the hit in the opposite field. Let's see. One Jets Pod said, hey, Todd, what's Roger finally saying about the season these days? Well, he's very optimistic. First, he's saying this.
Time for you to check out what I want.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Exactly. Also, Todd is doing the I Am Sam impersonation. Tyler says, we can't sell. It's time to swing away. That's Artie. He's like, swing away. We got to be buyers. I have a feeling we probably will sweep the Tigers, then lose the first game to Oakland right after our day off. Yeah, you said that earlier. Let's see all those two bozos on the podcast. Yeah, Demetrio says, one thing I want everyone is to hit is hit the like. It is the free way to help the page grow. It is, Demetrio, and I really appreciate that. You're always bringing that up. Hitting the like really does help. Umpiring has been good in this series. Last night, the umpire was Roberto Ortiz, number 40, was the only 68% correct on the strike call. Check on umpire scorecards, lowest percentage all year. Strike zone did suck, but still the team was good enough to win tonight, so that's pretty good right there. Let's see. Also, let's go down here. Let's shoot through these real quick. Mateo, I've seen Barrett's recent games and undercourt. Oh, well, that's just talking about there. I'm sorry. You guys are going back and forth. Let's see. Also, if we wanted a cowboy theme, I'd use Cowboys from Hell, Pantera. That's a good one. Acropocalypse 28. I'm probably killing that. Sorry. Bullpen is the biggest strength, just like the 2002 Angels. Again, this team does not have stars on it in the bullpen, but they're getting there. We're starting to get some names. Your Ben Joyces, your Esteveses. Matt Moore, when he's pitching on, can pitch good. Again, a guy that I'm interested to see what we get, but although he's coming off of Tommy John, I still think he's another left-handed option to where maybe you don't have to call up Suarez at some point. I'd like to see what Quijada can give us. I know some people don't like that, but I would just like to see it. He's got to be better than freaking Suarez. Can we beat Reese Olson tomorrow? That is a good question. That is a very good question because let's take a look at that starting, pitching matchup. You got Griffin Canning, who's 3-8. You got Reese Olson, who's 2-8. So they both don't have the win-loss thing, but if you look at it right now, Canning has given up 15 home runs. The majority of those came in April when he was terrible. But he's turned his season around, lowered his ERA to 4.72. Reese Olson just hasn't gotten run support. He's given up only 4 home runs this year. He has 13 more strikeouts than Canning, and he's allowed 11 less hits in almost the same amount of innings. So again, a lot of Canning's numbers were inflated. They've been pitching almost similar the last month and a half. It's going to be a low-scoring game, I have a feeling. And right now, ESPN's picking the Angels to edge the Tigers 51 to 49%. We'll see how that goes tomorrow, but I am hoping for an Angels Christmas in June miracle. Need that Gooby commentary. Artie needs that Gooby. Well, let's give it to him because tonight I heard Gooby, and he was saying this with his bad plaid suit on. He was like, hey, guys, I really like that Hooooopeeeee home run tonight. The exit velocity was great. It reminded me of the Immigrant song by Led Zeppelin. I just like the way that song sounds. There's no rhyme or reason for the keys to the game for being a Led Zeppelin song, but did you know that I played for the Royals and I'm in the Royals Hall of Fame? And the exit velocity on me getting to the Hall of Fame as a Royal was very, very super fast. I was there in light speed. I was there warp speed. Let's just say that I teleported like Star Trek to the Royals Hall of Fame. And I also coached at Chaminade. And back to you guys. Smash Jacks all around. That's your nightly Gooby. The LAOC county line is just after Toner Canyon Road. See, he was joking when he said the 57. So I think you missed that one, Grill. Also, but with Drury back, we can all say in unison, let's go, Brandon. Oh, jeez. See, we're trying to stay away from politics on here because it does tear the fan base in half. Some people like Sleepy Joe, some like the Orange Man. It is what it is, man. And I'm not going to give you my political thing because I'm just like talking sports, man. Like for real, and that's why we usually go the other way. Like we stay away from that because the main thing for me, especially when COVID came around, everything became about race and politics and it got all up into sports. I'm like, God damn, I just want to watch football. I just want to watch baseball. I just want to watch basketball. I don't care about your goddamn movements. We don't pay you for your goddamn political beliefs or what the hell you care about. If we want to see that, maybe Angels Weekly will profile what you want to stand for, kneel for, strike against, or talk crap about, or stay away from, or love. Fine. But don't do it between the lines, and don't do it when I'm trying to watch the game. That has always been my stance when it comes to anything political or anything outside of the sport. I just want to watch the game and be entertained. Because I mean, look, do I care what LeBron James thinks about the police? No, I don't. Just dribble the ball. Do I care what some of these baseball players think about the presidential race? No. Pitch and hit the ball. That's all I want to see. I don't want to see favoritism to one candidate. I don't want to see favoritism to the other. I wish everything was just down the middle and you could let people decide. But we don't live in that world. So that's why that shit's got to stay out of my sport and your sport. Keep it out. Keep it out. 714 tickets. 714 tickets. Also, big 20 swing away. I guess 5 runs has been the magic number for the Angels recently. Hayes says, I'm at Noble's parking lot right now. 5-game winning streak. Life is good. I will be here too. Hell yeah. There you go. My main walk-up song would be Seek and Destroy. That is a good one right there by Metallica, one of my favorites. Cajeda has a ton of moxie and a ton of weight. Anyone here get their Christmas in June slippers for your Gorilla Grippers? Oh, my God. Mike Moore says, I'm officially on board with trading Trout and building around these young guys. I am too. The key is how much money would Artie have to spend for a team to take him? And, again, it's not like we're saying, Trout, we hate you. Because I've been accused of, well, if you want to trade Trout, that means you don't like him. No, I've loved the guy since day one. I want him to be more clutch. I want him to reach home run milestones and continue his Hall of Fame career. However, he has not become that leader we wanted him to be. And we're not winning with him. Let's get something for him. And also let's let him blossom somewhere else. if he went, let's just say he goes to Philly. Let's just say he goes to the Mets. Let's just say he goes somewhere other than the Dodgers and the Yankees, or even the Red Sox. Don't go to those three teams. But you win a World Series with any other team, hell, even if he went to Seattle, I would be not the biggest Seattle fan. They would not become my secondary, but I would be cheering every at bat he had, unless he's playing the Angels. But even then, I'd be like, there's our boy. I'm proud of him. He's going to win a title. He's getting to the playoffs. While we're starting over and hopefully meeting him in the playoffs someday, yeah, I would like that opportunity, because there was a time period where we didn't have to wait or didn't have to think of, man, we're going to have to pay for most of that contract and get nothing back. There was a time where we could have gotten a buttload of players, just like what we could have gotten for that guy, number 17, our former girlfriend. I will be there tomorrow night, Hayes said. Also, Bronny James, the NBA's answer to Squid. I thought that was the dumbest thing I have ever heard when I started hearing reputable players or reputable NBA analysts saying, hey, they're going to go after Bronny. I'm like, wait a minute, the fifth best guy on USC? The guy is averaging 6 points. You mean to tell me that there's players from a national championship game who averaged almost 20 points a game in the NCAA AA tournament, and those guys don't get drafted? Gee, I wonder who the Lakers GM is. It's definitely not Pelinka. It's Braun. And you're letting a 40-year-old run your franchise. Now, I get it. The steroids, the illegal substance, his great health regimen has kept him so good at his age. But still, you're allowing him to wait. It's not like baseball where they have 37 rounds or more, and you could pluck Bronny way at the bottom. That'd be great. He'd still be there. No, you got 2 picks, and you waste for the Lakers not having many picks over the years, and you finally get 2 in the same year, and you're just like, no, who cares? Let's get Bronny's son. Can he play? I don't know. Well, let's get him. He's Bronny's son. Boy, I'd hate to be a Laker fan right now. Reese Olson has been pulling an Angels recently with run support. He sure has. 707 game. ESPN picked us to win, but we lost 4-1. Do we re-sign Plesac? Well, it's way too early to even think about that. Neto and Hooooopeeeee are the future of this franchise. Hope Trout can Obi-Wan Kenobi guidance to those 2 young studs. I hope so too. I hope Gooby is still a big fan of the show. Let's just say he's not calling anytime soon. Let's see. Hope Trout can be the salmon was late in his career and not talking about fish tank. Shut up and put your mask on, Todd. Hey! Also, let's see. Trump baby. Trump. Oh, geez. Let's see. Here, no politics in sports. Reese Olson is basically the Tigers' Patrick Sandoval. Good pitcher with a good ERA, but doesn't get any run support. With that being said, ESPN is picking us to win. Angels lose, I think. There you go. Let's see. Y'all hate Trout. Not true. Let's see. Also, James, what are you doing on the Lakers? You're supposed to be playing the highlights so I can cream myself every day. Spritz o'clock. Todd, here's a question. If we're back in the postseason race, do we bring Trout back? Well, if we're in the postseason, Trout has to be some sort of a good player and at the time and a leader. Halo Joe says, we all love Trout, but we all love the Angels first. What do you got to do for the betterment of the team? I agree. All I know is I've said it and done. Trout will bring a World Series title to this franchise. I still believe and won't give up on the top. Well, that's fine. And if it happens, I'll remember it. J-Dog says what we're all thinking. Does anyone else hate Patrick O'Neill? A resounding yes, because I think, he'll say,
how dare you?
But we'll say this to him when we ask that same question, because we should be telling him this right now. If I could cue it up and make it match my setup, but of course I can't find it at the same time when I'm trying to do the setup. So let's start over, because now I found it magically because it scrolled. So does anyone else hate Patrick O'Neill? Yes, a lot of us hate Patrick O'Neal, and we would love to tell him,
You're fired.
What? I hate Patrick O'Neal. He's terrible. Also, One Jet Spot says, Hale, only say yes to the Dodgers to go play with Ohtani and say, fuck y'all to who's wanted him gone and doubted him here. Go ahead and keep wishing, assholes. It's just the thing with Trout is we want to see him in the postseason. I want to see this dude play, and there's no reason not to think he's worth the price of admission, unfortunately, for Artie's pockets, because he's been able to just, milk him like the cow he's been. But I would just love for him to get a title if he can get one somewhere else. If he can't, if there's some way that we're building and like One Jets Pod wants him to win here and also Hayes, then yes, I would love for him to stay. But still, who wants Rex Hudler back? I sure as hell do. Bronny barely had any playing time at USC. No, it was not due to his heart attack. Stop, Grillmaster. And by the way, if you had a heart attack, would you draft him? I mean, if the dude that you wanted to draft had a heart attack, would you draft him? No, you make a business decision. And again, he was cleared to play, and he didn't get the playing time because he sucks. And he needs another year or two in college. But no, it's all about LeBron James. I got to have my son up here. I got to look good. And can you believe the disrespect? You have stupid-ass memes out there saying, oh, LeBron James and his son are playing like Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. Really? You're talking about Ken Griffey Sr., who was one of the best players in the league at times when he played, and Ken Griffey Jr., a bona fide Hall of Famer, and a prodigy? Bronny's not a prodigy. Yeah, obviously his dad's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He got all those jock sniffers loving his 3-6 or whatever his record is in the finals because we don't count the bubble. But seriously, that's my NBA talk. Really? Good God, man. No Dill is finishing his career as an Angel. Trout right there. Also, LeBron and Bronny, the new Shaq and Kobe, changed my mind. Oh, good God. Mateo says, can we call now? Yeah, might as well. Trying to get my grandson's walk-up song to be Breaking Benjamin, Blow Me Away. It would also make an excellent closer song. It would. Also, let's see. If Trout comes back, do we give him a reassignment for a few games? Absolutely. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Where's this been? Where's this team been all season?
They've been trying to play good, but they didn't have the talent, and it seems like some things are starting to come around. And when you have good pitching and good hitting, you tend to win.
Yeah, and now just as we're getting this team, the two Devils are rearing their heads, ready for a big return.
Yeah, they are, dude, and that's the problem, dude. Because again, we're having enough problems with Moniak, and now if you get more strikeouts with Brendan Drury, and you get the just I don't give a crap attitude with Rendon, it's gonna kill any momentum this team is brought up.
Why don't I don't know. Like, we can keep him. Just send him down to Salt Lake. Send them down to Salt Lake, please.
Now, unfortunately, these guys are veterans. Those options are long gone.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's either you cut him and eat the contract, or you play him.
Sideline him.
Yeah. Were you at the game, Landon, or what?
No, I was at last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, was your grandpa there tonight?
Oh, no, we weren't there. Too many people for slippers.
Yeah, I bet you everyone was walking around the stadium in those slippers too. So
everyone, I know what you're gonna do: entertainment and slippers and food, along with beanies. Yeah. That will bring in not the good winning team. Yeah. Artie's logic.
That is Artie's logic, man. He probably spent like a couple thousand on them slippers and got to, take care of the entire stadium. So, yeah, whatever.
The one, like, I'm so surprised Ron went this early in the draft.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. That is one of the dumbest. I mean, look, I watched a lot of sports. I've seen some guys drafted and they turned into busts, and we get that. But this one was the most egregious, selfish pick I've ever seen.
I want to say this. Chicago, the Blackhawks, made a smart pick in their draft last year, their first-round pick. They took a bona fide star in Connor Bedard, who's shown that he is it, because they made a smart pick to rebuild and not just a ego pick.
Yeah, because the Lakers need all the help they can get, which is weird to say, but in the LeBron era, yes, and even with Anthony Davis, they could have used a bona fide bench player. Instead, they go out and they get Bronny. So that's a stupid move on so many levels. But I digress.
That sounds like an Artie idea.
It does. Is Artie the GM over there too?
I would think so at this point.
Exactly. He's probably like,
make me GM of the Lakers, and I promise I will bring Bronny, and the entertainment will go up.
oh yeah, his brilliant idea will be like, in Crypto Arena, I want July 4th in February. He's gonna have a fireworks show inside of Crypto. That's how smart he is. But,
that sounds like a total Artie thing. I don't care if I'm fired, Heather.
Yeah.
Or you're fired, and I'll get someone who will.
Just do it. It'll make the fans excited. So
we'll also make a retractable roof so we can have outside games.
Exactly. All right, Landon. Well, I got
in the rain.
Oh, go ahead.
And we'll also have games in the rain.
Yeah, that makes sense for basketball.
Do it.
All right, Landon. Have a good night, my man.
Let's pitch together and buy the team.
Dude, I wish. All right, Landon.
Everyone, donate $1.
There you go. There's Landon right there checking in. Anaheim Angels won the World Series 99-63. Boy, that seems like such a long time ago. Todd Fox, are you related to LA Kings analyst Jim Fox? No. Also, he wins here or he wins nowhere. One jet spot. Here's what everyone's been waiting for.
Hey, Todd.
What's up, my man? You got 90 seconds. You've been getting voted off the island lately.
Dude, it's been 2 nights in a row that are so just hear me out.
Okay.
Dude, so I asked the girl on
gnarly.
July, that she said she doesn't want me to be sad, so I can hook up with other girls that day.
So you had something good going with Breakfast Girl, and now Breakfast Girl doesn't want any part of it.
We're not dating, so it's like I was feeling sad all day, and I was like thinking about it, and I'm like, did I really ask her? And then I just asked her, and she's like, yeah, you can go for other girls on 4th of July because we're not dating. I'm like, okay, but I still. You serious? I told her I really want. She's not gonna date. And so she's not ready to date again, but I told her I still like her, and I still want to try to work things out and date her eventually, in a couple months.
Wait a minute. So you're not in a relationship, but you're trying to work things out.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to
emotional damage
when she's ready again. She just got out of a big relationship this summer. She her friend cheated on her with her ex-boyfriend. She's not ready. She's still recovering. Let's just say that.
She's in recovery. Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, but I'm sick now that I get to go for other hotties on 4th of July at the beach. And they're trying to do a big slip and slide at the beach this year. So I'm psyched about that, too.
Okay. Sounds good.
So maybe I'll have the girls go
down. Brother, this guy stinks!
And go ride my lap.
Doubt it, but keep thinking.
We'll see. It's 4th of July. you never know. You never know what could happen that day.
Yeah, it's such a magical day, just like Christmas in June.
Yeah, but 4th of July is like America.
Shit. Here we go again.
America, yeah. But I'm just happy she's letting me hook up with other girls that day because I can go for so many baddies now.
Okay. All right, Big 20.
Yeah, but other than that, we won again tonight. And go Angels. And I'm going to get lit on 4th of July. And, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
What the hell's going on out here?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's see. The real Christmas in June miracle is Jose Suarez is off the major league team, J-Dog. Well, he's back on. He's in AAA right now, so that sucks. I'm sorry, Todd. I'm still bugged. Hold on. It's the Halo honk line.
Hey, Todd. Marcia.
Oh,
WNBA.
Don't you have
Did I just miss Big 20?
You just missed Big 20.
Oh, damn it. And I was wondering if he'd, just to practice for 4th of July, if he wanted to come over here and like my Piccolo Pete.
That's disgusting.
Oh, I'm joking. Boy, he's a fiery little one, isn't he?
Apparently so.
I'm pretty sure I could snap that guy in half. Hey, how's Grill doing?
I don't know. I think he might still be recovering too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the reverse suplex. That's what put him in the hospital.
Jeez.
Hey, said he wanted it. Hey, he's a kinky fellow, that Grill.
That's disgusting. I mean, look, didn't you have a game tonight? Shouldn't you like? I
mean, I'm on the IL.
For what?
My meniscus.
Oh, that's right, the meniscus. I thought it was that time. The time of the month.
No. Oh no, that was last month.
Don't you get time off for that?
It depends. Depends how bad it is. No pun intended. It depends. You know what I did there?
Oh my God! Why did I miss that?
That went right over your head there, Todd. How you doing?
Well, you know what? The last time I saw you in person, unfortunately, you literally went right over my head because that's where you're like leg level with me. Like that's where the whole V starts. Your eye level to V.
You're right. Yeah. They tell me when you walk under in between my legs, it's like walking through Florida. I didn't know what that meant for a while until I kind of took a peek down there. Woo!
Oh, come on, man.
So
let's just say the humidity was at 100%. But go ahead.
That whole lifeguard thing Grildo was talking about too. That's a load of crap. I was laying in bed next to him. We're in the hotel room, and I was choking on my own saliva, and he didn't even try to save me. I was drowning there. I was drowning.
Does he cosplay as Hasselhoff from Baywatch?
Oh, it's embarrassing. He's got the whistle hanging around his neck with the red shorts, and he's running in slow-mo. I don't know how he gets his breast muscles to bounce up and down in slow-mo too. That's really weird.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
He's got that. He kind of like did his hair to that Hasselhoff kind of a Jew fro. Hey, it was turning me on, Todd.
I'm just not going to repeat that.
He got kind of that. Got a little bit of that. Kind of that Frisch Brothers hair, He's kind of that.
You mean the podcast
really nice.
Extraordinaires?
Exactly. Hey, those guys ain't bad looking. I was watching them yesterday.
Boy, is there someone you're not attracted to? Because I mean, it's what I mean.
What? You calling me a hussy?
I'm just saying. I mean, if it walks like a duck, it could be a hussy.
Oh, I always said if it walks like a duck, it could. Well, I can't say that word on your show. Hey, and by the way, Todd, shame on you.
What did I do?
Disrespecting Angel's grandma like you did with the weenies flying all over the place.
That wasn't a personal attack. I didn't. Go ahead.
Have some class, pal. Hey, bud. Have some class.
Coming from a woman like that, when you talk to me in that smooth, womanly voice, I can't hold it together. You know, apparently you can't either. Are you okay, Marcia?
Oh, sorry, hot flash.
Oh, okay, because I thought you were spritzing right there, and I was about ready to hang up.
Oh, well, technically I was. Anyway. So yeah, so got a lot of I got a lot of issues going on right now too. Hey, you know, also I like watching the males, of course, playing basketball. I'm a big Lakers fan. I'm a little upset with everything that's going on social media about Bronny coming aboard.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I mean, they're making this big old deal about him, and he can't even shoot.
Yeah, I mean, you probably got some pretty good moves.
Oh, well, I got some moves, pal. But you and I are in a platonic relationship right now, so I'm not going to share those with you.
Well, here's a question I got right now. Well, Frederick gives you a. Frederick says Marcia shows up, our night is complete, and then Marty says, "Has Marcia pegged Big 20 yet?"
Still looking at Big 20. He keeps running away. I want him to show me how to boogie board, but every time I walk up to him, he kind of just runs. He's a slippery little fellow.
Hey, by the way, Frederick brings up another one. Marcia has a thing for Chewbacca, or do you just cosplay and dress like Chewbacca?
Is it because I'm tall? Is it because I'm tall, or is it because it looks like I got Willie Nelson in a headlock?
Both.
Both?
Both.
Well then, yes. I'm a big Star Wars fan. That's the truth. Hey, and who asked that question?
Frederick.
Frederick, you single?
See, why do you chase everything with a dong?
Hey. All I gotta say is the clock's ticking, Todd. I've been trying to have a baby. I already have a teammate that just had a baby, and she actually gave birth while she was in mid-stride. The baby dropped like 5 feet. Broke both his legs, but he's gonna be all right.
Poor thing.
Yeah, he'll be fine. They're resilient, those babies. They're resilient.
I can't. So Silent E says, "Will Marcia win the Heart and Hussy Award?"
Oh boy, I'd be honored. Hey, we could do a separate. A separate weenie award if you like. I'd like to win that one too.
No. That's Grillmaster says through experience, Marcia wins second biggest penis award.
Hi, Grilly. How you doing, pal? I missed you. Hey, why aren't you returning my cars, pal? I'm giving you all kinds of calls. You're not calling me. We got one night of just complete bliss, and then he just ditches me. What a jerk!
Wow, yeah, that's not cool, Grill. If you dissed Marcia like that, that is not cool.
Yeah.
Marty says
could for a woman.
Marty says, could Marcia be in the awards? Could she be up for an award like the Sportswoman of the Year, like Bruce Jenner?
Sure, why not? You know, I was thinking you should have a separate Marshall Award for the greatest athletic performance of the night. I think that'd be really good. Of course, Adele would win that every night.
Jeez.
That is an athletic man. That's all they talk about when they mention him. Look at how athletic he is.
I know. I bet you spritz all over that guy if you could.
Yeah, well, the TV actually, but anyway, Todd.
Well, wait. You got Mateo. Mateo wanting to know how many championships have you won with those size 17s, and then also Marcia used to sing baritone for Shauna Na. Is that true? And I only know Shauna Na because my dad plays it on YouTube all the time. He's like, "Hey, check out this show where these guys from Shauna Na sing these old school songs. They act like it's 1950. It's the greatest." I'm like, no, Dad, you don't need to yell, and it's not the greatest. But
it felt like it was in the 50s, even though it was in the 70s. They used to call me Bowser back in high school because I did have that baritone voice.
I thought that's what they called your female lady parts, Bowser.
It was called that as well. Actually, I was no under that name for many reasons.
The big Bowser.
But, yeah, I would hit that note. Get a job, na. I would do that. Get a job.
Oh, man, if you were back in the 50s and you're with all those doo-wop bands that my dad loves, he'd be the only 7-foot woman with all these other guys, short guys doing doo-wop on the corner.
If I was back in the 50s, I'd be in a circus freak show somewhere.
Oh, dude. I've been laughing.
Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my size 14 Angels Christmas slippers that I got today.
They didn't have 17s?
Slide those suckers on. Well, no, they didn't have 17, so covering like half my foot. So I'm gonna have to heel drag it when I wear these. But hey, at least my toes are warm. When Grill and I would hang out, for me to keep my feet warm, I just plant both my feet right into his chest, and you just keep them warm at night.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, I've had enough. I've had enough, dude. I've been laughing too hard, and you're just.
All right, Todd, you have yourself a good night. Hey, everybody, 5 in a row. 5 in a row. Let's do it. Let's go, Angels. Let's do it. All right, Todd. Hey, bud. I'll catch you next time. I'll catch you on the flip side. Go. Give me a call, honey. Bye.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, nothing says woman than her yelling into the phone, "Let's go, Angels," in that womanly voice. Who wins an arm wrestling match, Marsha or Caitlin? I think we'd have to have Caitlin in her prime, his prime, and then we would see where that would go. Sorry, Marty, I only take real women, not AI-generated Marsha. Silent E says tonight, Hooooopeeeee won the Golden Stamos with John Stamos and Roger Lodge choking on his stiff competition. And I think Marsha is close to winning the Golden Dong right now for being stiffest caller. Hell yeah, dude. She was on one tonight. Frederick says a 7-foot woman with greased hair. That's disgusting. Boy, did she hit the post, though. Literally and figuratively. Hitting the Shauna Na reference. That's making me cry of laughter because my dad and the damn Bowser, I have to when I go by his room and he's like, boy, it's Shauna Na is really good. Bowser is a genius. And boy, they sing, they just pick a skit and they could just put a song to it. It's great. And if you have no idea what Shauna Na is, you're a better person for it, number one. I know some of you people don't think so, but if you want to look it up, just type in Shauna Na and play a game with yourself and see how long you can last through one of the episodes or one of the skits. It's bad, but for back in the day, it was legit good, I guess. A lot of people liked it. I, for one, was never a fan because my dad, if you live local, real quick story, was all about K-Earth 101. And see, Big 20 says I'm good. But yeah, you could literally, like, K-Earth used to play oldies, and not talking about 80s and 90s, which they play today, which is crazy to think. But back in the day, you played 50s and 60s music. And my dad, it was like, that part from was a Jackie Chan movie and Chris Tucker where he's like, never touch a black man's radio. And, he slaps Jackie Chan's hand. And that was my dad as Chris Tucker and me as Jackie Chan, because without the, less talent, I'm the less talented white guy with no karate moves, but I'd be like, let me change the station to K-Rock. And then my dad would be like, no, never touch my radio. It stays on K-Earth. I want to hear the Beach Boys for the 10th time this hour. It's like, oh, come on. He's like, don't worry, Motown Monday is next. Oh, kill me now. But yeah, that was my childhood and some of my teenager life because that's all my dad would play was freaking K-Earth. So it was terrible radio. But there, now that that format's gone, I kind of miss it. So when my dad pulls up the iHeart radio and he's listening while he's working on his train set, when I'm coming out to my studio, I pass his train set in the other side of the garage, and I'm like, oh, I remember that song. And I'm like, why am I liking that now? I used to despise that music, but now it's just like he plays that and Shana Na, and I'm stuck with the memories and bad ones. But anyway, thanks, Marcia, for bringing up so much and then just sprinkling in a little Angels at the end. But hey, now that we're so far off base, we've had a lot go on tonight. We talked about the game. I offended one of the best fans of all time that the Angels have in the Angels grandma. So I'm sorry for that. I'll try to cut the weenies out. But for the most part, good night. 5-game win streak. We're on to another game tomorrow. Hopefully the Angels can beat Reese and beat that Witherspoon into submission. We could get another W and try to get that important sweep, but one game at a time. And who knows, man? Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm excited. Go Angels. Thank you again for everyone participating. I got your message, Boo-Boo, and I will take care of that as soon as possible. We will send that back out to you because it came back. So just bad, I got your new address here. So we're good. But with that being said, the Angels won tonight.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Absolutely. So with that being said, let's just play this one more time just for the hell of it.
I want balls and oh, have mercy. John Stamos choked on me.
See you tomorrow night. Go Angels.
Everybody wants to pay the perfect